In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 specific things that you need to stop doing in 2021. Sit tight. Welcome back to another video. My name is Jen Palko, author of the 12-Step Guide for the Self-Help book Addict. I help people reinvent their reality. Today, I'm going to give you 5 things that you need to let go of as we move into 2021. So 2020 has been a weird year, been a very weird year for most of us. And you know, there's some things that we should abide by as we go into the new year. We know the new year, new you. But what does that really mean? For a lot of people, it means start a new exercise routine, or I don't know, give up some kind of bad habit, or not drink so much, whatever it is. But most people don't stick to their resolutions, you know. I personally, I don't like to make resolutions for myself because I know that resolutions usually get broken. They're just kind of like this, I don't know, just like a precursor to failure. So why is that? Why can't we stick with our resolutions? So 5 things, okay? And these are things that really are going to help you into the new year become a better person, live a better life. They're going to just overhaul your entire life if you abide by these rules. Number 1, judging other people. This is a difficult one because we judge other people and we don't even know we're doing it. So we create this sort of polarity in our lives and we say, okay, this person looks like this or acts like this, or this person's doing something that I don't agree with, so we judge them. But understand that judgment, it's a form of control, and it's coming from a place of fear within us. Sorry to say. So it's, you know, the more we judge other people, we're creating this degree of separation between us and them, and it's creating resistance, internal resistance within us, creating more stress in our lives. So if we want to go about an easier time and we want to accomplish our goals, we want the least amount of resistance, right? So judgment of other people. The first thing is to observe when you're doing it. And because a lot of times, like I said, we don't notice when we're doing it. So you have to notice and be aware and be present with yourself. Number 2, judging yourself. Judging yourself. And this goes to, you know, when you're comparing yourself to other people, right? We do it all the time, especially with the tech age, social media. It's great for comparing ourselves to other people and making us feel bad about ourselves. It's terrible. Really terrible. And we judge ourselves and we say, oh, I'm not good enough, I can't do that, blah, 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 blah. Instead of focusing on our strengths, we focus on our weaknesses and where we feel we're failing or lacking in life. So again, observation, self-talk, negative self-talk. We do it all the time. We say, oh, you know, we're always focused. We look in the mirror and we look at all our flaws instead of our strengths. So if we can spin that around for the new year and say, okay, Instead of focusing on the goal of like a superficial thing, focus on tapping into your strengths and loving yourself. So important. Number 3, trying to control the outcome of situations. Control, being rigid, all about being rigid. In order to flourish and thrive in life, we need to have some degree of adaptability. I talk about this a lot in some of my other videos when I talk about the 5 elements from ancient Taoist traditions and how we move through the seasons and how we transition throughout our lives. It plays a big part. So our ability to be flexible with other people, or things that we can't control around us, little situations that irritate us and frustrate us, we try to grip and hold on. And, you know, if we don't like how it's going or the outcome, we're always trying to control life. But sometimes you can't control life. You have to go with the flow because understand you can't control other people. It's impossible. But you can control your reaction to other people. You can control your reaction, and your reaction is going to determine whether you're going through life like stuck up and tight and everything, you know, stress. Or whether you can go with the flow and let go easier. So, you know, this ties along nicely with learning to let go. And, you know, that's the best resolution that you could make in your life, letting go of things that don't serve you, including your own negative thoughts or your own dogmas or your own theories about how you need to control situations that can't be controlled. So you can ask yourself a couple questions. Okay, can I control this? Is this something I can do something about right now? Like I left the oven on in my house so I can drive home and turn it off. Or is it something that I can't control? Is it something I'm thinking about 10 years from now that didn't happen because we live in the future, right? We live in our heads most of the time instead of being present, grounded on earth. Number 4, living for other people, not being authentic to who you are, being out of alignment. If you want to really set a resolution in the new year, it's to be more of yourself. Tap into what drives you. What are you passionate about? We all have gifts, we all have talents, and we're supposed to use them. We're not supposed to go through life doing what other people call for us to do and living out of alignment to who we really are, not expressing ourselves. So, inauthenticity will actually take years off your life. It will. Maybe it's morbid, but it will, because you're living through life. Again, it's about that internal resistance. It's like walking through mud or muck. It's hard. It feels hard. It feels like you're swimming against the tide. And sometimes you get swallowed up. So living authentic to who you really are. And if you don't know who you really are, then that's your goal, is to find out. Because deep down, you know who you are. We all know who we are. We're born, and it's just us, right? So be authentic, be true to who you are. Again, don't play the game of comparing yourself to other people and trying to step and walk in other people's shoes. You are you, and that is the most beautiful thing. All right, and the final tip, what you need to stop doing in 2021, number 5, is to stop staying in your comfort zone. Stop staying in your comfort zone. This is important because as human beings, we're made to evolve, we're made to grow. Again, this can go with the seasons, go with the transitions in our life. You know you don't feel good when you feel stagnant, right? You don't feel good when you're just doing nothing with your life. We all want some sort of meaning or purpose in our life. So when we get in the mode and we just get in our heads and we're just going through the motions and we're not actually present with ourselves, we don't feel good. The goal here is to feel good. We all want to feel good. It's why we watch Hallmark movies around the holidays, because they make us feel good and special, right? They make us happy. At the end of the day, we want to be happy. And the easiest way to be happy, well, maybe not the easiest way, is to go find your path or follow your path, where you're destined to be. And part of that requires going outside the comfort zone. Why? Because you're going outside of society's norms, family, friends. People are going to attach to an older version of you, and that's okay. That's their own thing. But you have to understand that sometimes if you don't do what scares you, if it scares you, it probably means it's good for you. If it scares you, it probably means you're going to grow from it. So put it this way. Think back to a time in your past when you were scared to do something, and you did it anyway. How did you feel? How did you feel? Obviously, you came out ahead, right? You came out of it alive. So the greatest fear of death or whatever it is for you didn't happen. So you have to put it that way. So 2021, it's a new year, right? A new you. What does that mean? It means growth. But part of that growth is not just starting a new diet or exercise program on the surface, like superficial stuff, right? It's about the internal state, how you're feeling, and aligning yourself to your path in life and your purpose. Because all that stuff's not going to matter, and you're going to give up, by March or February, whatever it is, if you don't align to you, if you don't feel good about yourself, you don't work from the inside out. So these are just some things, that are really important. Some of them are generic, but they apply. They apply to having a better, more fulfilling life. So I hope you enjoy this, guys. Please let me know in the comments below if you would. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you would. I put out new videos every single week. My new book is coming out, 12-Step Guide for the Self-Help Book, Addict. So I'm going to put a link below to that if you want to check it out. Other than that, have a great week, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.